Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is August 26th, 2023. Hopefully, this episode finds you well, in good spirits, and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good, feeling good. Let's see, I haven't done too much on this Saturday afternoon now. Yes. I got up, I did a little walking. I'm liking these weekend walks. They're pretty neat. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Sadly, due to poverty, it looks like I'm stuck for the weekend. Maybe even for the next weekend. Who knows? But that being said, I am excited for tomorrow. It's grocery day tomorrow, so yay! But yeah, things have been chill. We're making the most of life as we have it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to cover about my personal news? No, we're good. So, to that, gonna take a quick walk through the garden, and then we will start our news. Okay. Whew. Our first news, I'm gonna hopefully keep brief, but Yahoo Sports, Luis Rubiales suspended by FIFA for 90 days pending full investigation for actions at World Cup. So it looks like the Spanish Soccer Federation moved a lot faster, or FIFA. I'm sorry, FIFA moved a lot faster than I expected. So that's good. I might have gotten the information wrong on that part, like upon like who's moving in terms of disciplinary actions here. But yeah, and it's the Spanish Soccer Federation president. I think I might have maybe at one point even called him a coach the last episode, but whatever. Essentially, he's a creep, and he forcibly kissed Ginny Hermoso at the 2023 Women's World Cup last Sunday. But at least for 90 days, he won't be able to partake in any football related activities. So, I mean, I think that's at least going to cover them until their next game, but there's still going to have to be more investigation, and, I'll definitely keep you posted. One thing I did want to add, too, about his defense of the kiss that was also really just deplorable was he compared it to like him kissing his own daughters. And once again, if you go and look back at that fucking kiss, it's like you kiss your daughters like that, bro. No, like, cause don't get me wrong. Look, there's like the Tom Brady kid kiss. That's a thing. That's awkward, or fine depending on who you are. But that's one thing. This is not that. I don't think Tom Brady's going around kissing anyone else like that. It's just, I don't know, man. Dude's a fucking creep. I'm glad that he is at least suspended. And I really hope he fucking resigns. At least that's the least you can fucking do, bro. Like, everyone is mad at you. Everyone disliked that. Please leave. All right, let's move along. From the Associated Press, 7 tornadoes confirmed as Michigan storms down trees. Storms down trees and power lines. 5 people killed. I didn't like the cadence of that headline. At least 7 tornadoes touched down in Michigan as part of severe storms powered by strong winds that killed 5 people, while downing trees, tearing roofs off buildings, and leaving hundreds of thousands of customers without power. The National Weather Service on Friday said an EF2 tornado with a maximum wind speed of 125 miles per hour struck Lansing. Also, that's 201 kilometers per hour for the international boys and girls. The state capital killing 1 person Thursday night and injuring 3 others. Lansing Police Department spokesperson Jordan Gulkis said 84-year-old woman died after a tree fell on a home. Firefighters extricated the woman from the home, but she was pronounced dead at the hospital. Let's see here. The Weather Service confirmed that an EF1 tornado with winds of 90 miles per hour or 145 kph crossed from Ingham County into the western edge of the adjacent Livingston County on Thursday night. And then there's 4 other EF1 tornadoes in another area. And then a weaker EF0 tornado with peak winds of 80 miles per hour and 128 kilometers per hour. That was outside of Wayne County's Cannon Township, west of Detroit. And then this is a little bit of a, I guess, maybe anecdotal, right? I have a friend in Grand Rapids, and they were taking pictures of the storm. And I was joking with them about that because they just love taking pictures. And I'm like, surely this might not, maybe not be the best, but whatever, go off. That you flicking. But now look at it, it's news. So that I'm glad that they are fine. And weather is fucking crazy. I know for us, I think it was Thursday morning, I was just getting rained on at work. That was fun. That was great. We got water everywhere. Hopefully, you stayed safe, you stayed well. Hopefully, you have your power if you're in that area. Because I know there was like some stories of like, just power lines getting knocked over, bowled over. So, it was a mess. Let's see. Is there any other things I wanted to pull from here? No, I think we're good. Let's talk cop news. Cop news. Whoop, whoop, whoop. From the Associated Press. Ex-New York police chief who once led Gilgo Beach probe charged with soliciting sex in a park. A former suburban New York police chief who once led the Gilgo Beach killings investigation and later went to prison for beating a suspect was arrested again Tuesday after authorities say he attempted to engage with an undercover ranger at a Long Island park. James Burke, Suffolk County's police chief from 2012 to 2015, was arrested around 10:15 a.m. at Vietnam Veterans Memorial Park in Farmington after exposing himself to a ranger and saying he was interested in oral sex, according to an arrest report obtained by the Associated Press. Burke, who was 58 years old, he tried to leverage his status as a former law enforcement officer, but sadly the ranger did not even know who he was. So that's let's see. There's also another thing too. Here we go. I wanted to talk about this. Burke led the Suffolk County Police Department for a tumultuous 3-year period that culminated in his arrest and a guilty plea to federal charges for beating a handcuffed man suspected of stealing pornography, sex toys, and other items from his department SUV. And I was like, whoa, stop. Like, in my head, when, they said he got, he was under it for beating a suspect, I thought it might have been related to the Gilgo Beach shit or something like that. And it's like, no, it was unrelated to that. I'm like, okay, fine. And then you hear, wait, what? The suspect stole those items from whose SUV? Like, and it's the department SUV. So it's like, sir, why are you driving around with these items? And I think it's kind of alluded to in this article where, and also you look at kind of what he got arrested for is that he has, tried to proposition people before, like sex acts, sex workers, I should say. He's propositioned them for sex before. He's gotten in trouble for it. I think he was able to beat the rap at least enough to, get a new job, yada, level up. But, let's see. I want to read my highlighted portion here. Burke has been criticized over his handling of the investigation by other law enforcement officials who said he blocked his department's cooperation with federal authorities. A man suspected of committing at least 3 of the killings was arrested earlier this summer, Rex Heuermann. Now, that seems like this guy was part of the reason why they didn't want to really work with the feds, and you kind of see why, because once the feds kind of, got involved, they helped the case, but not only that, they also saw a lot of corruption going on here, and, the people involved kind of got, done up. So, I mean, here we are. Apparently my man was just trying to get some de-stress, and didn't work out for him. Do you know who I am? No. No, sir. Okay, we got more cop news on the beat. All right. From the Insider, 6 California police officers charged with fraud after they paid people to take college classes for them. Prosecutors say. All right. 6 police officers in California are facing fraud charges after FBI says they paid someone to take college classes for them. A federal grand jury returned 4 indictments on August 17th against 10 total police officers working for 2 departments. Let's see. The charges against the officers range from conspiracy to fraud to excessive force, as said by the Department of Justice. We'll run down the names real quick. Morteza Amiri, Patrick Burhan, Barali Jalapa, Ernesto Mia Orozco, Orozco. Okay, Mieja Orozco. Never gonna get that. Damn it. Samantha Peterson and Amanda Theodossi. I wanted to say Theodossi, and I'm so fucked. Okay, sorry. Of wire fraud and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Theodossi and Amiri were employed at the Antioch Police Department, and the other officers were working for Pittsburgh, California Police Department. All right, so now we know where everyone's at, what they're doing. Let's see. They are facing up to 20 years in federal prison. But I guess they were doing like a distance learning situation, and this was based in Santa Ana, California. Excuse me. It started in 2019. They began taking classes, and the police departments would pay for the classes, plus they would get a bump in pay and benefits upon completing their degrees. So this is good. It's just good for them to do this. It potentially broadens your horizons, not just in your field, but potentially if you want to take your career elsewhere. And also you get paid more while you are a cop, post this program. So, it's a good incentive. Of course, fucking cops get all the good shit, man. You don't just have to go, to war or anything like that. You can just also be a cop as well, It's nice. It's neat. Let me not be too mean. That being said, they were trying to make this a little bit easier on themselves. And instead of taking the classes themselves, the officers paid someone else to submit their essays and take tests on their behalf, the document says. The indictment says the officers used Venmo to pay the person who was doing their coursework, which would amount to wire fraud. Tricky. Isn't it a shame that we use these new, methods and apps, pay, whatever, with technology, and it's awesome. This makes it so much easier. But if you had handed them the money cash in hand, then it's we would have been fine here. We would have dodged at least this part of it. But yeah, man, legal teams, they go out of their way to get this kind of shit. They're smart. But yeah, I don't know. For me, I think wire fraud, and I've been oh yeah, you had to go to Western Union. And it's no, law has caught up with technology. It stays right in pace. It's no, your Cash App, your Venmo, can't use that for schemes. You gotta be careful. So yeah, it bit them in the ass. Also, I believe 2 of them, the Antioch officers, Daniel Harris and Devin Wigner, these are extra guys. Okay. Additionally, the grand jury indicted 2 Antioch officers, Daniel Harris and Devin Wigner, on charges of conspiring to distribute anabolic steroids. So, damn. So yeah, a little bit of cop blues here, college blues here. I don't know. I don't have anything cute to add here. We can just move along. I just thought the story was really fucking interesting, and it reminded me of a movie where all the kids have to I don't know, they want to cheat to do their SAT or whatever, right? It felt like that. I feel like I could produce this movie and sell it in a way where it's it's just these cops, and essentially they just want to get their little college program done, and we're gonna make it a little buddy. It's not gonna be a buddy cop movie, but it'll be like Pineapple Express or something. I don't know. I would have sold it. It would have worked. I mean, I know that we're not shopping anything in Hollywood right now. People aren't working, but, we're getting ready. We got to cook up something, right? They're going to need this. Okay, we're out of our cop news. We're ending our cop era, but we're still in our crime era. Law and crime. Missing woman now faces criminal charges for telling anonymous third party lies that she was murdered. We got another one. A missing woman who made anonymous third party false reports to a friend and to the Department of Social Services that she had been murdered now faces charges for the hoax, authorities in North Carolina say. Let's see here. Margaret Frances Elizabeth Sweeney, or Maggie Sweeney, identified as 37 years old, a Franklin resident, was considered a missing person late last week. The Franklin Police Department issued an alert with photos of Sweeney detailing her age, hair color, eye color, height, and police department contact information. The missing person case lasted only 1 day. Let's see. Sweeney was reported missing on Friday, August 18th of 2023, at which time FPD officers began an immediate investigation due to the information provided, which alluded that Sweeney was endangered or deceased. Sweeney was located safe the next day on Saturday, August 19th, 2023. Let's see. But I guess they were able to figure out that she was the one sending these texts, or like relaying this information, and now it's on her, and that's unfortunate. We talked before. I think it was Carly Russell in July. They referenced that in this article as well as another person. But whatever you're going through, whatever's going on, that's just never the move. Like, I don't know if you're doing that for attention. I don't know if there's just like a moment where you have like, I need to like break away. Like, there's just other ways that you can handle this kind of moment, that are healthier, because now you're gonna have to deal with at least misdemeanor prosecution. That's just no good. It just jams you up. And I do agree that it is a waste of time and resources. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, we, the taxpayers, are the ones that put the bill up for that shit. And not to say that, that's something that truly matters. It's like, I want people to, like, get the help that they need. That's the most important thing. You don't send that text. Don't do that phone call, not that way. I don't know. This isn't a self-help podcast. I shouldn't get too in the weeds over it. But I did think this was interesting, something to talk about. Who was it? Yeah, Sherry Papinini. That was apparently in September of 2022. I did not cover that. But just don't do that. Yeah, in the Papini situation, she was using it because she was like seeing her ex, and she had a whole ass husband, and then she was like, oh no, I was kidnapped. And it's like, no, it does not look like that. The evidence is looking like you were like just casually with your ex. So once again, just handle your situations. Like, you got to fight your demons. You can't just run from them and then send a text to people like, actually, I'm gone. I'm just dead. They got me. Hat Man showed up. No, like, don't do that, please. Like, because there's people who care about, past the taxpayer shit. There's people who care about you. Most importantly, you know what I mean? And maybe you don't feel like that in those moments, but no, there truly are. So yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Okay, cool. We did good today. We did good on time. Neato. If you'd like to support, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Isaiah give you a shout out once a month for my newsies. Also, plug a new project you're on, thing you're doing. Let's see. Free ways to hit me up, isaiahnews1@gmail.com. Feel free to follow all the socials, either the podcast and or me. Hopefully you're commenting. Hopefully you're giving me all the stars. Hopefully you're subscribed on the YouTube. That means a lot. That does a lot. Thumbs up, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for being a friend. And hopefully I see you soon for some more good news. I love you. Bye-bye. Mwah.